welcome to welcome to a game called The Ravens by again. That actually no, should I just if I sit there? What the fuck is this? They scared the hell out of me when I watched the thing about the game. Demo I'm playing for. Okay. Oh god, you're gonna like this, guys. Hope you enjoy. I like trains. No reason why I thought, well, I should get this game because there's trains in it. The no reason why that is actually because it's pretty damn cool watching it. Hint: would you get stuck if answers to everything? Yeah, I would pretty much. I think that this game's a bit of a shithole because it gives you the answer every time.
Hands up!
I don't have time to play. I'm on duty.
You're funny. But you don't look like a real cop. You don't even have a revolver.
You should go away.
What's your name, boy?
My name is Matthew Miller.
And where are you from, Matthew Miller?
From Dillsburg, Pennsylvania. But my mom and I live in England now. She's taking care of some business lady. We're on our way to Venice.
Impressive. I expect.
Must be.
And what's with the gun?
It's the Raven.
Dead birds don't need guns. No do live ones.
He's the greatest burglar ever. He stole painting and Bobby Dobson.
I know who the Raven was. Although I don't quite buy that bit about the crown jewels. You do know these days there are thieves far more dangerous than your old Raven. Yeah? You talk too much, Constable. Zellner, monsieur. Anton Jakob Zellner. Or did he pull a gun on you? No, monsieur. Get a move on. Inspector Legrand, it's a great honor to work with a celebrity like you. We appreciate the support of the Swiss police. But it'd be better if you'd remain seated and keep an eye on things.
I would like to help.
But monsieur, your journey on this train is most unusual. Is it related to the burglary at the British Museum? Not in the least. And I'll let you... Yep. I'm not here to enjoy the beautiful scenery. I am... Thanks to that, I watch the people on the platform in Zurich. I know, for example, that man over there is a violinist. That would be more impressive if there weren't a violin case next to him. And I believe that the gentleman in the next carriage is a German doctor on his way to Italy to take up a new position. And what gives you that idea? There's the rod of Asclepius engraved on his cufflink. And he's carrying a German-Italian dictionary. Maybe he's just taking a holiday in Italy, following in Goethe's footsteps. Too much luggage. And no, he's not retiring to Italy either. The suitcases are too shabby for me to believe that he can afford to retire in his late 50s. All right then, Constable Zellner. Constable Zellner, if you're such a clever fellow, what am I doing on this train?
He's on holiday. He's...
I think you're regarding something.
Oh, really? And what might it be?
Ooh.
I really couldn't say. But it must be very important.
Why is that?
Because you are very important. They wouldn't have assigned the case to you if it were just a trifle.
Let's assume that we really are transporting something very important on this train. And let's assume that it really is my job to see that it arrives safe. Then why isn't the train crawling with police?
It's a trap.
It's a trap.
You've got a vivid imagination. I'll give you that. Well, that is impressive, I admit. But the fewer people involved, the better. We'll get along fine without you.
You won't.
Won't? Pardonnez-moi.
I can help, and I will help. You're in my country, and I've been ordered to assist you. And that's exactly what I'll do, whether you like it or not.
Clever and stubborn. Your commitment speaks volumes, Susanna. But this is my show, and I don't need you. Bon voyage.
But how do you know? Oh, hello.
You cheated.
I did what?
I saw you talking to the German doctor on the platform. He told you everything himself, and you were just pretending to put two and two together.
And what of it? Do you know who that is? That's Inspector Nicholas Legrand. You have to impress him if you want to work with him.
I'm going to tell on you.
You'd really tell on me? To the very policeman who shot your dear Raven?
Whoa, it was him?
Mm-hmm. Hunted and killed Europe's most famous burglar. That's how he got his start.
I won't tell him a thing.
I wouldn't either. All right, Matthew. I have to do my work now.
Everyone calls me Matt. Well, except for my mom. She calls me Maddie, as if I were a little kid.
Whether Legrand wants my help or not, I'll keep my eyes open. Maybe I can change his mind. This morning, I thought I wouldn't be hungry because of all the excitement. Thankfully, I bought a sandwich with me anyway. I wrapped the apple core in the sandwich paper. That way I can carry it without making a mess of my trouser pocket. Still, I prefer not to have to carry them all day.
Press A, press Y. Yes, press A. Paper napkin. Of course, you can. Hi, why that? Why
The
that?
napkin came with the croissant I bought at the train station. A guilty pleasure. I don't need that either. Every table has its own wastebasket. Practical. No need to ever leave your seat. Every table has its own wastebasket. Practical. No need to ever leave your seat. Every table has its own wastebasket. Practical. No need to ever leave your seat. Every table has its
What
own
the fuck?
wastebasket. Practical.
Let's get.
No need to ever
Get
leave your seat.
rid. That was a bit shit. That was very scary, guys. The whole start of it. Only 10 minutes into the game. We already skipped. You know, when I stop, guys, I'll do something. Like, I'll be getting my clothes back on. Okay, do you know that's
The violinist is a good-looking fellow, and he's traveling through the most beautiful mountain landscape in the world. One can only hope that his violin is better tuned than he. Hello, sir.
Hello.
If I'm not mistaken, you're a violinist.
That's true.
A wonderful instrument. The violin music touches the soul.
That's why I learned to play.
Do you play in an orchestra?
No, orchestras aren't really part of my world.
A solo violinist. The best soloists travel a great deal and make a pile of money, or so they say.
In that case, I'm probably not one of the best.
Are you traveling to Istanbul non-stop?
No. I'll transfer in Venice to a ship. I'm on my way to Cairo.
Cairo?
I'm performing at the reception in the Egyptian Museum there.
I'm sure you recite, but tell any person.
Thanks.
Why? Wallets, pills.
I bought it last week at a flea market. I like it because it tells a story, I suppose. There could be many reasons for my money. The violinist is a good-looking fellow. One can. I don't know what more to ask. He hasn't noticed anything suspicious. The violinist is a good-looking fellow, and he's traveling through the most beautiful mountain landscape of the world. One can only hope that his violin is better tuned than he. This is the first car. The coal tender should be directly beyond this door, and in front of it, the engine. A large map shows the different routes of the Orient Express. This train began in Paris and ends in Istanbul, as usual. Unfortunately, it will make most of its journey without me. The train covered many... We Swiss are crazy about trains. We don't just...
Would you be so kind as to close the door? I don't want to sit in the dark.
Oh, right. The vicarage in the mirror. For years. I'll leave it. I'll pick it up. I'll pick it up before I... I'll leave it there. Pick it up before I get off. I'll leave it there. I'll pick it up before I get off.
Very kind of you. Thanks. Oh, pardon me.
No problem. The uniform is waterproof. Mr.
Lucio. Professor Edgar Lucio.
Oh, a professor. Are you a scientist? Do you teach at the Sorbonne?
No, I work at the British Museum in London.
You don't say. What if... you just... a beauty. But you'll get in touch if...
Of course. What's this?
What's the matter, sir?
The door. I can't open it.
We'll sort it out somehow. The compartment is locked.
But I didn't lock it. I don't even have a key. I asked the steward. He was going to bring me one, but he never came back.
Someone locked it.
Find the steward. He needs to bring me the key immediately.
Calm down, Professor. I'll see what I can do.
You don't understand. I have to get back in my compartment.
All right, just wait here. Little label on...
Yes, what is it?
Whoever that is, James, ask them whether they found my purse and then closed the door. The noise on this train is driving me crazy.
You're missing a purse. Was it stolen?
At very least, I cannot find it, sir. It was stolen.
When was the last time the Baroness saw her purse?
What?
In Zurich, on the platform, sir. I just asked where you last saw your purse.
In Zurich on the platform. James, tell him that I still had it when I got up to stretch my legs.
The Baroness says... Maybe you lost it there.
What?
The Baroness never loses anything, sir.
I never lose anything.
Very well, then. I shall be on the lookout for your purse.
Thank.
I don't believe it. I never thought I'd ever meet you.
Pardon me, but we'd prefer... It's all right, Miss Miller. I'd like to speak to the inspector.
Unfortunately, just a constable, Lady Westmacott. I'm reading The Vicarage in the Mirror right now, for the 5th time at least.
That's nice, Constable...
Zellner. Anton Jakob Zellner.
This is my companion, Miss Miller.
A pleasure. May I ask what you're doing here? Are you on holiday?
Holiday? Yes, so to speak. The first and last holiday of my life.
Madam?
I've been writing since I was a little girl. It became my job, and now I've stopped. So, this must be a holiday.
You quit writing? Impossible. I have all of your books. Your Detective Partout is my favorite character.
Then I have bad news for you. I killed the old wretch off years ago.
I don't understand.
I'd rather not discuss my work, Constable.
Oh, fine. As much you were, madam.
I did. You seem so...
I'd
Then eat.
An extraordinary woman. Talented, intellectual, extremely rich, and yet... Excuse me.
Constable,
A passenger's purse, I suppose...
I'm sorry, Constable Zellner. As you know... Have you asked my boy yet? Maddie's good at finding things.
I'll go and do that now. As a writer, you must be very observant. I mean... Sir? strongly suspect that the door is locked. No, it's open.
We're gonna find out.
Hello?
Wow. Don't move a muscle, you fetid fiends. Put the gun down, Robert. If I may introduce Constable Robert Oliver from the Yard. And this is the revered Constable Zone of the Swiss police, who obviously couldn't control his curiosity.
I hope you'll acknowledge that I, as a Swiss policeman, can undertake investigations in my own country.
Are we still in Switzerland?
I could be your eyes on the train as long as you're here in the freight car.
Oh, really?
Then I was right. You really do want to lure someone into a trap.
That's none of your business.
Perhaps that's someone recently struck in London.
And how would I bait my trap then?
With something inside the safe?
Someone hasn't done his homework.
There is a certain Professor Lucien on the train. He's an archaeologist from London.
And what's his story?
Well, it seems someone locked him out of his compartment.
Locked him out.
Well, yes. The door is locked and he's standing outside without a key.
Was it locked from inside?
It may have been. Do you think the locked door could be important?
Professor Lucien plays an important role in this story. Well then, Constable Zellner, be my eyes and ears on the train and see that Professor Lucien gets back into his compartment. Report back to me when you're through.
My pleasure, monsieur. I go attend.
Good. And, Constable Zellner,
Yes?
don't bother us unless you have something new to report.
It's understood. An investigation on behalf of Legrand that takes me one step closer. If I can convince him of my competence, I might even be able to see this case through to the end.
Ah, Constable, did you find the Baroness's purse? Did he find?
Not. If I might ask you a few questions about your fellow passengers.
I thought he was looking for my purse. James, tell him to look for my purse. The Baroness wishes that you search for her purse.
But couldn't we perhaps... All right. First, the purse. I will have a look around.
Thank you, sir.
He doesn't make a very balanced impression. And he, of all people, isn't bothered by a robbery in his own museum. He doesn't make a very balanced impression. And he, of all people... Professor Lucien?
Yes? Do you have the key?
Actually, I wanted...
Please, I have to go back to my compartment.
something on the roof.
The steward must have forgotten the toothpicks. Normally he would offer them discreetly after dinner. The ladder leads up to the roof. It will be suicidal to climb up there while the train is at full speed. The wind, tunnels. No, I'll stay down here. You can easily lock the compartment door from inside by turning a little knob.
But I didn't lock it.
Professor, if you had locked the door from in there, you wouldn't be out here.
That's true.
I don't believe that... It's no use. The bolt is too short to get a good grip on it. The bolt is too short to get a good grip on it. I'm at a loss without a key or a proper tool. Should I ask for an autograph? That will be quite unprofessional. But on the other hand... If I may trouble you once more. A passenger is missing her purse. Perhaps you've seen it.
So, there are thieves on the train.
It's been missing for some time now. Probably since Zurich.
The Swiss don't let go of money easily, do they? Oh, pardon me. No, I haven't seen the purse.
Have a good trip.
Thank you.
The bolt is too short to get a good...
Not speak to...
First, I better see about getting the door open, and then have another talk with the professor. Doesn't seem like I'll get anything out of him as long as... Excuse me, Lady Westmacott.
Constable Zellner, how can I help you?
I was wondering if you might,
Sign your book, Constable Zelma?
if it isn't too much of an inconvenience.
Of course it's an inconvenience, but only a small one. You are welcome.
Thank you so very much. About the other passengers, did you notice the blonde man with the violin case?
I certainly did. He introduced himself and tried to make a good impression. People like him are drawn to wealth and fame, like moths to a flame.
But his charms failed on you.
I know him by name. David Kreutzer. He was a drain on my friend's purse.
Do you think he has a money problem?
People like him always have a money problem. No matter how much you give them, they always spend twice as much and complain that they have far too little.
Did you notice the man who just walked into the next carriage with a cup of tea?
I did. He seemed nervous. He was waiting at the bar for the steward, and since the steward never appeared, he elected to help himself. He took 2 biscuits.
He seems pretty young, but he's already a professor at the British Museum.
Interesting. I'll have to talk to him later. Just out of courtesy, of course.
Of course. Are you traveling to Istanbul non-stop?
No, we are on our way to Venice. From there, we will take a ship to Cairo. As you may know, I traveled.
I see. Coming back to the other passengers again, did you notice anyone else? What about the doctor or the Baroness?
I notice that you've asked me about everyone, except for the inspector who went in the direction of the freight car a few minutes ago. Isn't that the Frenchman who made his name when he caught the raven?
I wouldn't quite say caught.
Well, shot. Why don't you ask me about him and my theory about what he's doing here?
I don't think we should discuss Inspector Legrand's investigation in public.
Legrand, right, that was his name. Will he save the day again? Or will you, Constable?
Another time. Farewell, Lady Westmacott.
Constable?
Can't I speak to you, please? Oh my god.
Butterscotch. I've loved them since I was a child. Their only drawback, they don't play nice with false teeth. Who would have thought that one day butterscotch would remind me? I suppose the steward won't object to me having a look around in his absence. Pad on which the steward writes orders. Empty. Maybe he didn't use it because there's not much to do today. The steward probably uses the scissors on hard to open packages. These? I'll leave. Pad on which the steward writes orders. Empty. Perhaps he keeps. Locked. The lock is so cheap that I could easily pick it. If I want to impress Legrand, I should probably just do it. He's famous for his unconventional methods. A shortwave radio. I need a bit of wire or something. I need... This is the steward. A shortwave radio. I don't. I'll leave this as. I need a bit of. This is the steward's own little kingdom. This is the steward, but as long as he's not. I need a bit of. This, but as. This is the steward's own little, but as long as he's not around, he won't be upset if I take a look. I need a bit of wow or something. A shortwave radio. It's amazing how small these things have become in the last 10 years. This is the This is the steward. Mrs. Miller made a good impression. She wanted to protect Lady Westmacott from me, but I imagine she has. Mrs. Miller?
Yes?
The little boy, Matt, he's your son?
Oh, yes. Has he done something?
No, I've already met him. Clever little fellow.
We always call him Professor because he's so precocious. If only someone could just drive the mischief out of him.
Did you notice anything unusual on the train?
Oh, I'm afraid not. I was totally focused on my work.
She's always got an awful lot to do, my Mary.
You have to tell me if that's not all right with you.
Good Lord, child. Eat as much as you want.
So, nothing out of the ordinary.
No, Constable.
Goodbye, Mrs. Miller.
Goodbye, Constable.
First, doesn't seem. The bolt is too short to get a good grip on it. I'm at a loss. The door is locked. The bolt.
Just like you said.
This is the steward. I need a bit of wow or something like that to pick the lock. I need a bit of... This is the steward's old...
Yeah. You saw me in the kitchen, didn't you?
The Baroness seems to have a special personality. I better not bother her until I find her purse. The door is locked. I'm at a loss without a key or a proper tool.
What tool would?
The door is locked. I'm at a loss without a key or a proper tool. The door is... First, I better see if it doesn't... He doesn't make a very balanced impression. And he, of all people, doesn't... The door... I'm at... I have no reason to bother the violinist. He can stay in the stuffy hay if he prefers. I have no reason to bother the violinist. He can stay in the stuffy hay if he prefers. The violin, for one, there couldn't even mime. I don't know what more to ask. There couldn't even mime. The Baroness seems to have, better not bother. The steward's pencil. Probably one of the most traveled pencils in the world. I won't eat any just now. It would be rather embarrassing if I met the ground and wasn't able to open my mouth because it's been stuck shut or because I lost some teeth. For brave Constable Anton Jakob Zellner, whose time shall surely come. Clarissa Westmacott, DBE. The wooden toothpicks are packed into small paper wrappers. Nothing unusual. I bought it last week at a flea market. I like it because it tells a story. I suppose the previous owner bought himself a newer one. This one still works just fine, though. Pills for my heart. I'm supposed to take one if I have trouble. My daughter insisted that I take them with me. She was strongly against this little adventure, but I wasn't about to change my mind. Inspector Legrand?
Anything to report?
What do you know of this Raven's heir?
He tried to play me up. Rob, we don't know who we're dealing with.
In any event, the new Raven is a more dangerous man than the old one.
How do you know it's a man? It could just as easily be a woman.
Or several men.
And anyway, how do you know that it's a new Raven?
Monsieur?
Never mind.
Baroness von Trebitz told me that she's missing her purse.
Baroness von Trebitz. Interesting.
Indeed, sir.
But it has nothing to do with our case.
So I shouldn't concern myself with the matter.
Why not? It's your job as a policeman. But don't expect me to be particularly interested in a lost purse.
I'll get back to work now.
Good.
The Baronet... First, I'd better see about getting the door open, and then have another talk with the professor. Doesn't seem like I'll get anything out of him as long as the door is still locked. He doesn't make and he of all people isn't bothered by a robber. The bolt is too short to get a good grip on it. I'm at a loss without a key or a proper tool. The door is locked. I'm at a loss without a key or a proper tool.
I'm so hungry anyway. Well, if I find a wire, there might go the scissors bottle, isn't it? So if I really thought about it, scissors as a tool. And it. But then, if it cuts the wire, then I can have wire. Yeah. The idea. I need to take the scissors.
I'll leave the scissors here. If I need them, I know where to find them.
I need them.
I'll leave the scissors here. If I need them, I know where to find them. I'll leave the scissors here.
I need them.
I need a bit of wire.
Yeah. very stuck. How much is the full game of Raven? Return of the Raven. James. Oh, I was gonna bloody hell. I'm going to sit here nakedly. Missing path, not exactly the case of yeah. Oh god, that's gonna be even worse. Ew, she is very fat. Catholic. Ugh. Very bit of a nightmare. Okay. I don't know something. We're going just always straight. Spike up on the wall by doing about that before. With our friends. Let's go now. Very nice. Hello. Have you joined? What does that do? Nothing. What does that mean? Do I just keep pressing X? Oh my gosh. Is that my buddy? Slowly. redo things. Oh, if this is the case of just pressing X, I've been so dumb. I'm just gonna keep spelling X. I'm a body crafter. That's my big X. That's my big X. For no reason, for no reason. I'm looking up a bitty bitty man. With 600 dosh. What the hell does it mean? What the hell does it mean? I do not know. Just spamming X. I don't know what this button does. Maybe it doesn't really have that much settings, does it? Oh, 54, 53, 52. Is this a countdown? We'll see you next episode. Like episode. This is really weird. The Raven. Thank you for watching. That'll be like part 1. I'll just do a little one for part 2. Once I'm done saving this, whatever I'm doing, I'll keep pressing X. Hopefully it gets down to 10. See you next episode, guys. I'll stop at 300. Bye bye, guys. Have a lovely evening. This is Dinosport out.